So we're SOSV. We're a venture capital firm with $740 million under management. Started in 1996, so we've been going for a while now. And we're a bit different than most VCs out there. First of all, we are global. Now, a lot of VCs are also global, but they have different teams running US or Asia or Europe. For us, for Chinaccelerator and Mox, we invest in startups from all around the world, and we help them expand to Asia. So between our offices here in Asia, US, and Europe, we've got global coverage. We're also a bit different because we have an investment theme focused on different verticals. So you're here with us today for Chinaccelerator and Mox, which focuses on cross-border internet, and Oscar will talk a little bit about that later. But we also, and a lot of people don't know this, invested in hardware with hacks, with IndieBio and life sciences and synthetic biology and cellular agriculture, as well as food and ag tech with FoodX. We are, as of the second quarter of this year, according to PitchBook, the #1 most active VC in the world. We've done over 1,000 investments, and we have an excess of a 26% net IRR, which puts us in the top 10% of VCs in the world. As so for Q2, it's not just global, but we are really hitting all the different markets. So we're the #2 most active VC in the US, #4 in Europe, and #2 in the rest of the world. And actually, the US data just came out for Q3, and now in the US, we are the #1 most active VC in the world. In the US. So for the verticals, we go deep. Now, it's very unique to go deep in multiple sectors within one fund. But we think there's a lot of synergy across hardware, across biotech, across internet software, and areas like health. 30% of our investments are in health, and we are the #1 most active investor in health in the world, as well as hardware, robotics, IoT, and other areas. And we're also very happy to be the #5 most active investor in female-led startups in the world. So what's the traction? So over the last 5.5 years, we've put to work, invested in startups, $237 million. And those companies, after we invested, have gone on to raise over $2.6 billion. And our portfolio now has a market value of $17 billion. So I'm going to kick it back to Oscar, and he's going to tell you a little bit more about Chinaccelerator. Thank you very much for joining.
So as William explained, we are global. We are investing everywhere in the world, and we're going deep in the software, hardware, and biotech space, where you can see that we have very active investments in areas like artificial intelligence, blockchain, SaaS, mobile apps, etc. But we're also very broad in industries. As you can see here, these are just some of the companies that we have invested in areas like financial services, HR technology, travel, entertainment, health, mobility, literally any industry that has a positive or potentially positive impact in the world is an area where we can look at companies. So we are investing everywhere in almost everything. And you'll have today an opportunity to meet some of the companies that make this more specific and more real. We are able to do that not just through all the support that comes with the SOSV network and the amazing team that we have working with us full-time. We are also able to do that thanks to a huge amount of mentors and partners that are working with us. Also partners that come from everywhere in the world and that come from very different nature. From the co-working spaces that are hosting our companies, government organizations that are helping our startups expand into new regions, or helping us connect with more companies, specifically in these areas, in these jurisdictions, companies that gave our portfolio startups access to free services. We'll talk more about that later, but I want to feature a very special group of these partners that increasingly are making are becoming a very important part of our ecosystem. And this is corporate multinationals that are working with our portfolio and some of the companies in our ecosystem, not just our portfolio, to try to explore new ways to address some of their goals, some of the challenges through a rapid prototyping and rapid experimentation together with these companies. As you can see today, a lot of our companies actually fall into the B2B and enterprise category, but we also have a lot of these opportunities coming with consumer companies that find opportunities to explore new markets and open new channels to these multinationals. So increasingly, this is something that we started 6 years ago, and right now this is a very important part of our ecosystem that allow us to go really deep into industries that only thanks to this collaboration with these partners we're able to do it. We just announced a couple of weeks ago a very strategic collaboration in the music industry with Warner Music. And if you stay tuned, you'll learn that there are more and more things coming, not just for this year, but for the coming year. This is a very special year for us. As you can see, our logo has this 10 there, because this year is our 10th year anniversary. We have been working very hard for 10 years. We were the first accelerator ever launched not just in China, but in Asia. And now in this 10th year anniversary, we're also evolving and we continue innovating and reinventing ourselves. If you want to learn more about what are we organizing, events, opportunities to network with our companies, or simply want to be in touch, we recommend you to just go to our website, subscribe to our newsletter, or simply scan this QR code that will take you to some of our social media accounts where you can learn about what's happening in our